Hi, and thanks so much for joining me. Today we are featuring these new Hermes blushes. If you'd like to see that, please keep watching. Welcome to those of you who are returning, and a special welcome to those of you who are coming from Vikeejeah's channel. And thank you so much at Vikeejeah for collaborating with me on this video. She is a luxury beauty lover. In fact, I think she has more makeup than I do. So if you love my collection, make sure you head over to her, and her application is always so beautiful. And I learn something new from her every time I watch. If you've been on any of my lives, you've seen her pop in. She's such a great supporter, and that's one thing I really appreciate about her, is she takes the time to celebrate other content creators and encourage people to follow and subscribe and watch other channels as well. So she definitely brings positive energy to this luxury beauty community. And a congratulations to her for recently hitting the 5,000 subscriber milestone here on YouTube. And if you have a channel, you know how much work and dedication that takes. And she has a lovely giveaway, so make sure you head over to watch, like, and subscribe. I'm anxious to see which ones she's picked up, so I'll definitely be heading over to watch her video as well. And I will be featuring, I meant to feature 3, but I have 2 here, so I will tell you the story behind that as we go along. So let's go ahead and get started. My Selfridges package just arrived. And I ordered 3 blushes from Hermes. And I realize now I just ordered 2. Oh, I thought I ordered, oh no, I ordered 2 of the Rose Pommette. I meant to order something else. I wonder if that order's incorrect. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna try these 2 because now I have another one. So let's go ahead and we're gonna try Rose Apricot and Rose Pommette. And we have beautiful Hermes packaging. The packaging on Hermes products are just beautiful. Really classic, elegant packaging. I did want to order a peach toned blush. So this is the one I picked up. And this one again is in 19 Rose Apricot. And this one is in Rose Pommette. And that one's pretty. So let's look at them side by side. So you can see the difference in the tones there. And I did want to try a warm and a cool one, but that, I don't know what happened to my order. I'm gonna have to look. Here we have the swatches. We've got Rose Apricot on the left and Rose Pommette on the right. As you can see, I don't do well with panic shopping. When I saw that people had started posting, okay, let's go ahead and put some makeup on too. Let's start with the CHANTECAILLE Anti-Pollution Mattifying Cream. Yeah, when I saw that people started posting that it was available, I went and used their links. So I went on and I picked, oh, there was only one color left. And I thought I better pick this up because what if they don't come back? I don't know why I think that. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the Sublimage L'Essence de Temps by Chanel in B40. So I picked that one up, and then I went back later to see if there was any more. So I thought, okay, I guess I just missed my window, and I guess I'm picking up one blush. Then, I don't know what happened, but I checked again, and they had all of them. So it was kind of like, I don't know if it was intentional or not, but it definitely caused me to just quickly buy because I saw they were available again. And I didn't know how long that would last. So I bought 2 more. So I thought I bought a peach shade, which is the first one, the apricot shade. And then Rose Pommette looked like a nice bright shade, and then I thought I ordered something in between. And then I actually thought maybe my order was incorrect or was filled incorrectly, but I've got this Sisley under eye concealer. But I looked back and it was my fault. So I ordered incorrectly. I ordered 2 of the Rose Pommette. This is the Sublimage brush that goes with the foundation, which I like to use as a concealer brush. That was not what I had planned. I wanted to show you 3 shades, but I guess we'll do 2 and then we'll see what Vikeejeah comes up with and see if there's another one that she has that I don't have that I should pick up. I don't really enjoy panic shopping. For me, I like shopping to be a kind of a relaxing experience, but that was not relaxing. I'm gonna take a bit of the Just Skin by Chantecaille in 4C. Oh, by the way, this was La Prairie in shade 4. I like to use this for my lids. I will usually speed through this part of my application if it's kind of routine, but I thought we should talk about why I ended up with 2 of the same blushes when that was not at all a plan. This is Clé de Peau. I like it right here for the corners. It's nice and heavy duty, and also for my dark spots here. I did have a question about the sublimage, how it does on more oily skin. I do have combo skin here. I'm gonna use the same brush. And it's getting warmer. So I get more oily as the temperature gets warmer as well. So I'll be able to tell you about how this performs with that. But it's a really elegant foundation, which is why I thought, let me take that out with my Hermes and my Hermes scarf here. Something really elegant. I'm going to try a couple of powders today that I know you have questions about, and I'm going to use them together, and then we can kind of see the difference. I'm gonna let a little bit of that discoloration show through. I wanna see if that apricot shade will help color correct. So I'm going to take I'm taking my Chantecaille Buff and Blur brush. I'm gonna take the La Mer powder to set. Someone asked, can you set with the Chantecaille powder? And you certainly can set with this, but I really like it as a finishing powder. I have been using it as a setting powder as well. When I want even more longevity, I will go in with usually a loose powder first and then finish with a Chantecaille. And this is available as of today. They are in pre-sale, as well as available via Cult Beauty if I find it anywhere else. But I finally feel like I can use this and talk about it again, because I do use it almost every day and almost in every video, and I felt bad that it wasn't available, but now it is available. So if you missed all of my postings, I usually don't, okay, I'm going with the La Mer. I usually don't advertise that much for products, but I really love this. So I thought, let me just make sure you know it's available, because I really do talk about that all the time. Well, this is the case with Chantecaille anyway. I feel like with Chantecaille, the products sell themselves. I just need to call attention to it, like it's available now. So this has again been such a favorite of mine for the past year, or since it actually came out, which was last year, maybe around this time. Okay, so the difference mainly that I see right now with the La Mer is that we have a shade difference. And one of the magical components in here is that it has this brightening peachy shade to it, which is really great at my skin tones. I'm gonna apply it over here and just see if we can notice the difference on camera. But it does bring life to my skin. So that is especially why I love this. And of course, you know, with a peachy tone, I'm gonna get a little bit more color correcting. Can you see the difference? I can see it looking in the viewfinder, that there's like not a dullness, but it's just bright over here. There's more of like a grayish quality or grayish element over here than over here. So that's why I really just love this so much. So you can see why I rely on this so much. As far as I can tell from the other blur powders I've tried, they don't have this peachy quality to it, which makes this one different. This performance is amazing as well. We're gonna go in with the brows now. It's gonna take me a little bit because I like to spend time on this. So let me do that and then we will come back. But yeah, I still really love this pencil. It's really, really nice. Okay, that didn't actually take that long. I really love that pencil. So let's go in with just a couple of shades from the Clé de Peau palette. This is in 305? Yes, 305. So let's take these 2 shades, at least let's start there and then see what we can do. I'm gonna take this shade first. Something really natural and kind of neutral so we don't interfere with the blush. That was really easy. Let's just go in with the crease color. Let's take this second shade over. Pretty. Okay, I think we'll stick with that. 6.5 Ray Morris brush. just gonna take my Chantecaille. This is the custom palette that I put together. And we're gonna take this deepest shade called Smoky Topaz. And I'm gonna take a brush somewhere. Just taking the eyeliner brush by Chantecaille, and I'm gonna go above. Oh yeah, I wanted to put a color in the corner. Let's try putting this in the corner. I'm not sure. I remember it's deeper, so let's see how that looks. Okay, that's gonna work. Just something kind of subtle. It's like a pewter. I'm gonna take that underneath as well. Okay, let me add some mascara. Oh, actually, let's take this number 40 by Chanel eyeshadow liner kohl. I'm gonna go in the waterline. I like this. It has a little bit of a reflective quality. So I'm gonna go ahead and tightline with something like a dark brown eyeliner, whatever's closest. And I'm gonna go in with Chantecaille's mascara, the Faux Cils Longest Lash, and I'll be right back. So mascara's on. I did just adjust the eye a little bit, but now it looks more dramatic than I meant it to be. I did take this shade from my Chantecaille palette. It's in the shade Shell. I put that in the inner corner there and also on my eyelids a bit. I also took a little bit of the shade Java, which is really beautiful, and put that in that outer corner as well, into the crease a little bit, and tightlined with Barbarella Brown, Charlotte Tilbury, and is that it? Oh, I bronzed too, just because when I see myself in the bathroom mirror, I can see kind of a little bit better how things are looking. So I went in with the La Mer, this bronzing powder, and I just dusted it around the perimeter of my face, and I think it helps with my forehead a little bit as well. And then I just want to go in with my lip before we go in with the blush. This is by Hermes, number 21. This is really such a stunning shade. Always happy when I apply this. Finally go in with blushes. I'm gonna go ahead and apply one on one side and one on the other. I don't have the brush, but I believe Vikeejeah might have picked it up. So make sure to go see her and find out her thoughts. But we'll put, let's see, let's put the peach one on this side, and then we'll put Rose Pommette on this side. And it's interesting, even though these look like they would be heavier, they're not actually quite as heavy as I thought they would be. Like the lipstick I feel is very weighty, but the blush is quite light. Okay, so let's go in with my Ray Morris brushes. I wanted to use these because I wanted to use the same brush on each side, just so you could see that the application is with the same kind of brush, and we can get a good comparison that way. So these are the Mini Kabuki brushes by Ray Morris. Ooh, so it actually loads on the brush quite densely. I already like this one. So we're gonna go all the way to the front, see if we can get some color correcting happening here. Really pretty. This works really well on this front part of my face. Doesn't emphasize texture, and if I'm going to see it, I will see it right here. And that's where I hesitate bringing blush all the way up, sometimes because there is more of a shimmer, more of a sheen, but that is really, really pretty. That is beautiful. So there is the shade 19. So let's go in on this side with this shade Rose Pommette. So it's more of a cool tone. I think this is the one that I thought was more bright than the one that I was looking at. I think I was looking at something in between. So I meant to pick up Rose Blush. That's the one I wanted to pick up, Rose Blush, number 23. That looks kind of in between these two shades. Well, maybe I don't need it if it's in between these two shades because I can just blend them. Okay, so we have this here, and I'll show you the brushes. So here's the difference on the brushes. Here's the Apricot. So you can see there's a lot more warmth to this. And then we've got this one over here, Rose Pommette. So I just filmed like a top blush video, my favorite blush videos. I think I have to refilm because this may actually be part of that. What I do again, sweep it all the way up to the front. Yeah, I thought the brush was pretty. I really liked the way it looked. I might still get it just because I like the way it looks, but I didn't know if I actually needed it. Okay, so here's the difference. We have Rose Pommette, Rose Apricot on this side, Rose Pommette on this side. Okay, they're both beautiful. I am glad I picked both of them. I wish that I had picked up the other one now just to see if it is a combination of the two. But of course, I'm gonna go ahead and mix these so we can balance everything out. But take one last look. Rose Pommette, Rose Apricot. Actually, I think I'm going to like them combined. So I'm gonna go in and add this to this side. Let's do a little pop of color here, a little pink. Yeah, I love layering blushes anyway, so I probably will use both of these together, just like this. So that more peachy shade and then a pop of the pink. I think I'm gonna have to connect it here though, just because that apricot is popping out a little bit more if I put the pink on top. These are stunning, by the way, and I love blushes. This might be a contender for my favorite blush. It's a pretty immediate reaction with me when it comes to blushes. I can usually tell if I'm going to like something or not pretty quickly. So I'm adding the apricot to this side now. I love the finish. So it's not totally matte, but it has a little bit of a glow to it, but nothing shimmery. It's just a beautiful glow. That glow is very fine. I've definitely put on a lot of blush at this point, so let me add some powder, Chantecaille powder, just to bring that down. But that's okay, this is a blush video, so we want to see the blush, right? So you can see it definitely intensifies, because that was one thing I thought when I was opening these, like, they look really old. Oh, I was afraid, not afraid, but when I saw them, I thought those look really light, like not enough pigment to them to show up on me, but they really built up nicely and there's a beautiful vibrance about them. Oh, you can still see there's a little bit more peach over here than over here. But let me see if I can even that. But yeah, they definitely have a beautiful intensity to them if that's what you want. And that's it for the blushes. I'm really impressed with them. I really like them combined. I think I'll go in with the apricot shade first, like I did, and then put that pop of color of the Rose Pommette. I think that is how I'll use them. Or I will likely blend these together. So I do like having the versatility of two, because depending on the look, I can go with either warmer or cooler, but I think realistically I will use them together because I love layering blushes anyway. But let me know if you got any of these blushes, what you would recommend. By the way, I did post that another thing that I realized, and I didn't even think about this, is that Hermes, they do refills for things like lipsticks, and I didn't even consider they would be doing these for blushes, but they do the refills for the blushes. One of you told me though it's glued in here, so I did try to pop this out and it's not popping out easily. So yes, it's not something I think that's as easily interchangeable as I thought it would be, but that is the intent, is to be able to refill them. I'm guessing when this is empty, you can put a little bit more force on this to remove the pan. So thank you for the information if you provided it, because I wouldn't have even tried to swap them out. Again, thank you so much to Vikeejeah for collaborating with me on this. I'll be heading over to her video, and please head over as well. But that's it for today's video, so please take care of each other, stay well. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time.